So you want to write a fiction novel. The biggest question asked is, where do I begin? I will go over 3 steps you need to take before putting pen to paper. These steps are plot, characters, and world building. This video will be covering the importance of the plot. Most people already have a plot in mind, and it is the reason they want to begin writing in the first place. It is important to remember that your plot might look like another story's, but don't let this stop you. It is the way you execute the plot that makes the difference. For example, if we look at the story of Cinderella, from rags to riches, there have been countless retellings. However, none of them are exact copies, yet they follow a similar plot. There is the exposition where the reader learns about Cinderella's circumstances. Then the rising action as we go through the steps of Cinderella's journey to the ball. We reach the climax when she rushes off and leaves her glass slipper. The falling action is presented as the prince searches the land for her. Finally, we end with the resolution when he finds her, and the slipper fits, giving them a happily ever after. With all that being said, there can be more than one climax in a story, especially when it comes to full-length novels. Keeping Cinderella in mind, we could add a twist. What if the prince doesn't want to marry Cinderella in the end? So what happens next for Cinderella? Her problem has not been solved. She is still being mistreated by her stepmother and stepsisters. We could begin a whole another climb to a different climax as Cinderella runs away from home, looking for her place in life. Another tip to spice things up is adding subplots, a story within a story. Subplots are a great way to make a novel more realistic as it adds dimensions to the lives of the characters. Maybe one of the stepsisters has a romantic interest of her own that is kept secret, and Cinderella discovers this. With this information, Cinderella can connect with this stepsister as the two are both going against what is expected from their family. However, be sure your subplots don't take away from the main plot and drown it out. Readers don't want to waste their time on something that doesn't relate back to the main goal. If you think about TV shows, they are flooded with subplots, good and bad. Murder mysteries and detective shows follow this pattern frequently. There's the main plot line of catching the elusive serial killer and then the daily investigations, which serve to build character relationships or sometimes offer clues to the whereabouts of the main villain. These investigations make for good subplots. But when the show throws in an episode with random singing and dancing, that episode can be cut. The same goes for chapters in a book. For review. Don't dismiss your idea because someone else has already done it. Look for ways to tweak the plot. And use subplots to your advantage. These are things you need to consider before starting your novel. For the next step, please look out for my video covering characters. Thanks for watching.